This video is the installation and deployment tutorial of the simplified optical Ethernet core combiner transparent convergence. This product is set as the core side, building side, and access side. The first part is the core side, that is, the core combiner, ABC. On the panel of the core combiner, there are three mutually independent combined junctions A, B, C. 8. Each of which corresponds to 8 branched junctions with different numbers. The combined junctions are isolated from each other. N. And the N port is a useless port. The core combiner can be loaded into the core combiner expansion card. 48, which can be flexibly expanded to 48 ports. 18. The core color light modules 1 to 8 are a group. 18, corresponding to the core combiner subjunctions 1 to 8 1 to 1. The core side standard requires using easy-to-plug 2-core straight cables. The second part is the building side, that is, the transparent convergence. There are 3 independent subintersections A, B, C on the transparent convergence panel. Each subintersection corresponds to 8 subintersections with different numbers. And the subintersections are isolated from each other. And the N port is a useless port. Transparent convergence also has a transparent convergence expansion card, which can be flexibly expanded to 48 ports. The third part is the access side, that is, access to the color light module. 1 to 8 are a group, 1 to 1 correspondence with transparent convergence subjunctions 1 to 8. Next, please understand the network topology diagram first. The networking topology also has 3 scenarios: the core side, the building side, and the access side. Start from the core side. Connect the building side and the last access side. It should be noted that for the core color light module, combiner and transparent convergence branch in the circuit from the core side to the access side. The number of the access color light module must be exactly the same. After understanding the networking topology, we enter the installation steps. The whole installation needs to follow a core principle. That is, the number of subintersections and numbers under the actual mutual joint intersection between the core combiner and the transparent aggregation must be in 1-to-1 correspondence. Take the combiner installed on the 78C series as an example. Connect the core color light modules 1 to 8 as a group to the line card slot of the switch. Use the standard 2-core direct connection cable to connect to the core color light module port. And then connect the other end to the core color light module port. Connect to the combiner, corresponding to the 1 to 8 combined intersection. After the connection is completed, use the LC single-core optical fiber cable to connect the corresponding junction as a combiner. And connect the other end to the ODF rack on the core side. After the connection is completed, fill in the table 1 that you carry with you to record the use of the core combiner at the branch junction. And record the number of ODF rack layers and port numbers on the core side in the same way. The transparent aggregation racking method is to first connect the LC single-core optical fiber cable to the ODF rack 1 on the building side. And the other end is connected to the transparent aggregation intersection A, B, C according to the actual access amount. Then use the LC dual-core optical fiber cable to connect to the transparent aggregation subjunctions 1 to 8 in turn. And connect the other end of the LC dual-core aggregation optical fiber cable connected to the transparent aggregation subjunction to port 2 of the ODF rack on the building side in turn. At this time, we use table 2 to fill in and record the number of floors and port numbers used by ODF rack 2 on the building side, as well as the number of floors and room numbers corresponding to the transparent convergence subjunction. After confirming that the above work is carried out correctly, we enter the room on the access side, and we can use table 2 to find the corresponding access color light module number, and connect the LC dual-core optical fiber cable to the color light module port to confirm whether the core switch and access indicates that the LNC green light is on when both are powered on. If the indicator light is not green, switch the left and right order of 2 ends of the LC duplex fiber optic cable. The installation and deployment are completed. Finally, we consolidate the wiring principle of installation and deployment. Principle 1. The core combiner and transparent aggregation of the same backbone fiber interconnection support a maximum of 8 ports. Principle 2, the number of the core combiner and the number of the transparent convergence branch should be consistent with the number of the color light module. Principle 3, the number of ports used by the core combiner and transparent aggregation of the same backbone fiber interconnection must be the same. For example, when the core color light module 1 is connected to the core switch, the access side switch needs to use the port connected to the color light module 1 to link up normally.